board is all a volunteer, and I am so thankful for them because they are a group of people that love LaGrange and are willing to put up with a long, hard battle at times, just to move forward. So I'd really like to recognize the board members. So I don't know, a good many of them are, most of them are here. If you wouldn't mind standing up for me, the board members, please. I have, oh, don't be shy. We have Grant Abbott, Beach Craig Mile, Steve Emery, Sue Ann Jones, newlywed, and of course Bill Lamline, way over there. So thank you all so much for serving with me and making this possible. I'm actually going to turn it over and not go into a lot more detail on that to Nancy Griffin. I was going to ask the mayor to come up and introduce her and just give us a little background, and so that Nancy can share an exciting new project with us.
Thank you, Karen. Glad to see everyone here that turned out tonight. So I'll introduce Nancy Griffin. Nancy is a member of the staff of City Hall. We brought Nancy on. She will take over the city bus. Her and Sue is doing that part-time. Each one of them is taking time at that because we run the bus 12 hours a day. So this way they're doing their split shifts. You know, one's got the phone 6 hours and the other's got the phone 6 hours. So it's made it a lot easier. But with Nancy's background, the first thing that I wanted Nancy to do is what I call the Robin Horn property. I had started on that in my first 6 months in office, started researching that, and it didn't take me long to find out I didn't have time to do that. So as soon as Nancy came on, that was the first task that I asked Nancy to do because I knew her background for as grants, the research she does. So that was the first thing she did. And lo and behold, in no time, she had Frankfurt down here doing a geo on it. So I won't steal any of her thunder because she is here tonight to talk about green space. So Nancy Griffin.
I'm a little slow. I know pretty much everybody here, so you guys know I'm usually wearing a boot because I've had a broken foot for a very long time. So tonight, I'm wearing my big girl shoes, so be patient, I'm slow. Okay, well, I am gonna chat for a minute about the community green space. If I chat too long, like somebody tell me to be quiet, I get very excited about it. It's kind of fun because the last time I was up here talking at this event, we were talking about the different things that we wanted to have happen and the changes and being willing to get out there and make a difference and all those sort of things. And I was in Karen's place up here talking, trying to get people involved. And that was probably, I don't know now, maybe 3 years ago. And I was kind of thinking about it tonight on the way over here. You know, I think for those of us that have been here a while and working, we just feel like it takes forever. And it's such a small amount of change. But if you just stop and you remember, the last time I was up here talking, City Place was not here. The last time I was up here talking, I'm a little partial to the bus, we did not have a really cool bus. The last time that I was here, there was this green space over here that wasn't even really green. It was mostly just weeds, and I didn't even know anything about it. And now there's something pretty exciting going on. So for those of you who have been around even longer than me, because I've only been around maybe 5 years, I just want to encourage you that I know that it takes forever. But if it wasn't for you all getting out there and helping me, the new kid on the block, get out here and learn this and share the information, we would not move forward. So thank you for all of you for helping me get this started. So I'll go ahead and jump into it. I think most everybody kind of knows about the community green space, but I'll try to give you a little bit more detail. And basically, what's going on is it's truly the green kind of over there. I don't even need a visual, just like look out the window behind Mr. Eldridge, it's right back there. There's the concrete parking space here, and then there's a green space that the city owns. We purchased that, you guys would know. I think it was around 2012. When we purchased it, it was formerly a construction and debris dumping ground. And so we were kind of a little nervous. We weren't sure what we were supposed to do about it. We were told we had to put maybe a 2-foot cap on it and leave it alone. And so we left it alone for several years. But then people started talking, well, I don't know, maybe we can do something with it. And the mayor asked me to open the books back up and look at it a little bit more. And so I got involved in reading all the research. There were 2 or 3 different phase 1s done on it, which are these great big huge notebooks that are environmental studies that are done by the EPA. And there's a lot of history with this particular space with the EPA. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to learn about these things called brownfields, because I knew that there was funding involved with brownfields. So I started talking with the folks in Frankfurt, and I talked with some of the folks around here that had worked on it previous to my time here in this city, and started kind of figuring out that we actually maybe could do something with it. And that was pretty exciting because we didn't even know if we could mow it. I don't know if you all remember, we were nervous about even mowing it. And now if you look, it's beautiful green, it's just waiting, it's ripe. So I'm excited about it. Basically what we did is we got together with the EPA probably last fall, the brownfield folks in Frankfurt. I went to a few classes down there. I took all my books down there and had all the little post-it notes of here's what I want you to answer for me and this and that. And we went through it several different times. And they were excited about it, and they said, well, let us come up and look at your space. Now I'm going to brag on you guys a little bit because this was before I was ever here. When they came to visit, the folks from the brownfield team in Frankfurt, what they saw was a charrette that we had already done with the University of Cincinnati. We were all happy to meet them. We had all the community leaders show up for the meeting. We had ideas. We had already gathered our research. We were ready to talk. And they said that in their experience that typically the brownfield cases are not like that. You kind of have to come in and sort of show everybody what to do. You kind of have to show them the ropes. And we had already done most of the work. They're more willing to help if we know what we want to do with it. So long story short, they were excited about it, and we weren't sure if we could really get any brownfield funding with it, but they don't know unless they check. So what they basically did is they came in and they did part of what's called a phase 2, okay? So they brought in their environmental engineers and they did a geotechnical assessment where they went out and measured all the land and checked for what was underneath it and reviewed all the documents. And when they came back, they said, it is okay to go. You can mow it, you can build on it, you can put anything you want on it that you have talked with us about, just no skyscrapers. Not a lot of skyscrapers in Grange, we're good. So some of the things that we have talked about as a community, a splash pad, the skate park, we've talked about a playground, a farmer's market pavilion, an amphitheater, and some retail space. So once we learned that we're okay, we can start moving forward, now we're ready. This is where we're at now, is beginning to get out and talk with the community about what they really want. We've got 6 or 7 really good ideas. We're starting to put together surveys and presentations, so we're going to spend some time in the community talking with folks about what they want to see, what they think the money is. Nothing is free, so what they would be interested in seeing us spend money on. And so in the next 3 months, you'll probably see some announcements in the paper. You'll probably see some announcements on the Facebook pages and things like that, where we're asking you to come in and tell us as a community what you want to see on your green space. For any grant that we write, we have to do our due diligence and show that we have asked lots of folks their opinion. And so we need everybody to come in. I want all of you guys to come and fill out a sheet or do a survey, and I want you to bring a friend. Bring 3 friends. I don't care, bring 20. The more opinions that we have about what we should do, the better idea we're going to have about how best to talk to City Council about using our funds, and the happier our community is going to be, and the more likely we are to get a grant. The projects that we are looking at will not be covered under one grant. It's a pretty big thing, so we're going to have several kind of different puzzles and talk to some folks about smaller grants, talk to some about larger grants. We've got a lot of different things in the works, so we're just going to put it out there and see what we can get. So that's where we're at now, and I'm very excited because we're moving forward. It makes me feel good. So anyway, if you have any questions about it, or Bill, if there's something I really forgot to mention, be sure to remind me. Come and see me, come by the office, drop me an email. I'll do anything I can to answer your questions about it. I'm really looking forward to it. I think that It's going to be a great connector for the area, and I'm just excited. So let me know if you have any questions, okay? All right.